Guys, I think I got an answer to my prayer. I know that vengeance belongs to God, and because of that, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to go to the police or not. And I didn't want to take any matters into my own hands if it's not what God wanted. Because I think I might have done things before which I thought were missions from God, but maybe they weren't, because I prayed and asked to be used on a mission. Maybe the Kingdom of Darkness listened and then sent agents my way, but maybe God also heard and also did use that as a mission to take these people out. But anyways, I asked in a prayer a few times, but specifically today. Today, it was a very strong prayer asking whether I should go to the police or not. And I kid you guys not, like 2 hours later, or maybe an hour later. So maybe I prayed at like 11 or something, 11:30. So maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours later at most. There was like a guy that was like, I don't want to say selling stuff, but referring people to his business. I'm sure that was his job. But he knocked on my door. Normally people don't come to my house. It's maybe once a month that somebody knocks on my door trying to sell something, so it's not that often. He knocked on my door. I opened it, dogs start going crazy, so I go out the side and run around, talk to the guy, and he's really trying to sign me up for an appointment for something. So I told him I would call, I will. But anyways, I mentioned a few things about my situation, not a lot, and he said, and I said, I'm thinking about going to the police today, and he was like, you should definitely go to the police today. So I'm thinking this was an answer to my prayer. It doesn't necessarily seem like it is to a lot of people. Like in the past, I wouldn't have necessarily thought this was significant because, if you were just talking to somebody, chatting to somebody, then they might just be like, hey, you should go to the police. But to understand the neighborhood I live in, there aren't a lot of people walking by, knocking on the door. As I said, this only happens like maybe once a month, maybe less than that. Somebody will come by and knock on the door. And like maybe once a month, the mail woman will knock on the door every couple months if she needs a signature. It's probably once every 2 months or more than that. But she wouldn't be asking me any personal information. So this guy worked for some business where they test like mold levels and foundation, stuff like that. So he knocked on my door. Never seen anything from this business before. And he was like, everybody's heard from us, One who's surprised, have you heard of us? And I was like, no. He's like, everybody in the neighborhood has. So it's like 10 months after I bought the house. I must have been gone when he stopped by before. So I've got all my documents ready, and I was trying to think of more crimes. I'm sure going to miss a few because there's so many. I'm about to go to the police and report on everything that I can think of. So wish me luck. Thanks for watching.